All right. Before we go up to say hi to Kale, I believe, there is one thing. We have a sneak preview of what exactly the next banners are going to be. Okay, we got the Sharktacular Safari. I like that. With the Mualani. Nice. And then, let's see, we got Benny. Oh, we got the new girl. What was her name? Mottled gold yet unsmelted Kachina. Oh, that's the banner, right? Kachina. And then, yeah, Shinyan. Nice. Splish Splash Wave Chaser. Very cool. And then, oh, Kazuha. Yes. We gotta get Kazuha. It's a shame. Turbo Twirly. This is a, oh, we get a free one of her. Nice. Or wait, no, you get her for getting through part of the Archon quest, apparently. I don't think we've ever had that before. Not that I remember. And then there's this guy. The version's a new, I guess, debut crowning event. Let's see, what do they ask for? Up through Chapter 5 of Act 2. Wait, I always forget which one is which. I think so we just did Chapter 3, I think. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Chapter 5, Act 2 will be the extent of the Archon. That's like, I think the last bit of the Archon quest that would have been released when this version goes live. Okay. So Chapter 4 is Fontaine. Well, hopefully we can actually do it still. We'll see, though. But yeah, it would be a shame if it wasn't for the fact that we've easily have more than enough to all but guarantee 2 5-stars if we want. Granted, there's every possibility that we're going to lose a 50-50, at which point we'd have to make a decision, especially since, well, we already have Benny maxed out. Shinyan we don't. And there's the new 5-star or 4-star. But yeah, I think we could. If I want both of them, I have a good chance at getting both of them. Otherwise, I can 100% get Kazuha if I want. If I'm willing to go put all 180 wishes into him. Paimon, are you supposed to be talking right now? I'm gonna restart just in case the voice isn't triggering. Well, apparently not. Oh, right. Didn't Kale say Sumeru City has been pretty lively lately? Aren't you even a little curious? Not really. This sounds fun to me. Right? Paimon agrees. Well, let's go see what's going on. For our first stop, maybe start with the Academia? That's where all the info is, after all. I suppose so. Weren't we here to see, we were here to see... What were we here to see? Yeah. Well... I thought it was something to do with Tainari or something. Wait, I forget. Whatever. Let's just say hi to Kale. Oh, hey. Faruzan. Well, wait. I haven't officially met her in game. Imagine she's, we'll meet her on one of those big world quests, but, Hey, Faruzan. Look. That's Faruzan over there. Do you think we should ask? Why is this part not voiced? Did they run out of time? Ugh, even just glancing at the borrowing records gives me flashbacks to how awful that book was. How irritating. This is what book? Farazan, are you doing talking to yourself over here? Or what are you doing talking to yourself over here? I am Madame Farazan, after all. It's not out of place for me to mull things over out loud, wouldn't you say? I mean, I don't really know you well enough to say at this point. Someday I will. But in this case... never mind. Forget about it. Why'd the two of you suddenly decide to drop by? Well, about that. I heard something about a party. I didn't want to miss out. Kale told us that Sumeru's the place to be now. Apparently tons of interesting things are happening, so we thought we'd ask around. Any idea what she was talking about? Interesting things? What might Kale find interesting? Tainari's tail getting so fluffed up like a ball of tumbleweed? I mean, that does sound interesting. Or Sino climbing a tree and getting his hood caught on a branch? I mean, I kind of doubt that one. Whoa, we really missed all that? Seriously? And nobody thought to tell me? Still, she said there was something big everyone's been talking about. Can you think of anything? Slightly more significant? Everyone going to the land of Pyro, perhaps? More significant. Ah! Something the matter, madame? Well, that you mention it, it must be what I think it is. Recently, rumors have been going around about a certain book. Is this book a fairy tale? Eek! That's a classic horror story opening. It's not some kind of forbidden tome or anything like that, is it? Forbidden tome? Ha! As far as I'm concerned, it might as well be. Tell me, have you ever read one of those really, really, really badly written detective novels? No, I can't say that I have. I've read good detective novels, but never a really, really, really bad one. If you have any suggestions, I'm open to it, though. I don't think I have. Paimon has! Paimon has! Paimon! You can read? Tell me exactly how bad it was. Oh, leave this to Paimon. For example, the type where you start off thinking it's a locked room murder mystery, and it actually turns out that the whole building was just moved. What? That's right. Or it's supposed to be based on pure reasoning and logical deduction, but at the end, it turns out that the culprit was has some kind of superpower. These are supposed to just be... Yeah, no, that if it was like a bait and switch, that'd be a little annoying. Exactly. Or it starts out super serious, but in the second half, it just reveals that everyone lost their memories out of the blue. Oof. Or it's set in a mountain village in the middle of a snowstorm, and the police officer who's been portrayed as a serious figure throughout the whole story suddenly turns out to be the murderer, without even the slightest hint of foreshadowing. Okay, we might be getting off topic here, Farazan and Paimon. Apparently you're both really into bad murder mysteries. Or detective novels, rather. You're both being way too specific. You'll offend half the crime novelists in Teyvat if you keep going. Oh no, who cares? If they're that bad an author, then screw them. Criticize away. Ahem, my apologies. I let myself get a bit carried away there for a moment. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I did borrow a book like that a few days past. A bad detective novel? So you borrowed a badly written book, but that happens to the best of us. No, that's the problem. Blizzard swept mountain villages, superpowers, police officers who turn out to be criminals. This book had it all, and more. Reading it was tantamount to torture. Damn. Of the triangles as your pupils. And despite how complicated it wasn't engaging in the slightest. Hmm. But there have been all sorts of rumors circulating about this book because of the strange marks drawn all over all the pages. People are saying that it must be concealing secrets. This isn't... Once again, this is not a fairy tale, is it? I mean, that had a detective in it. Do you think there's treasure involved? Maybe. I'm not sure, but there must be many who believe so. Not only have more and more people been borrowing it, but they've all been specifically asking for the marked up copy. Have you borrowed it too? Wait, let me go back. Okay, yeah. People just thought it might have secrets or maybe treasure or something. Yes, I have. As you well know, I am a scholar, so it's only natural to have a bit of curiosity. Excellent. You know, I don't know where you are right now, but honestly, the academia could have used someone like you to set them straight. So, what secrets does the book at the center of the rumors actually hold? I read through carefully from start to finish. Most of the marks are circles, but the beginning and end points of each stroke differ, as does the color of the ink used. Most importantly, all the names of people in the book have been circled. Not only that, many of them are adapted from famous figures in Sumeru's history. Weird, okay. Some speculate that these marks must have been left by different scholars over the eras, each researching the book's secrets, each searching for a name they believed in. Others believe that they are a kind of notation made by different people belonging to the same organization, and the names circled are their code names. Still others think that it's some kind of encryption cipher. I could believe that, but even after finishing it, I came no closer to uncovering the mystery. Not only was reading it a complete waste of my time, but sheer absurdity of the shoddy excuse for a plot several times over. Oof. I was so angry that I returned the book immediately, and when I came to the house of Dana today, I found lots of people skulking around. I suppose they're all still looking for that thing, and it just upsets you that people would waste their time on such a terrible book. No wonder you zoned out like that. Paimon's guessing you won't be borrowing any more detective novels anytime soon. Well, no bad ones, at least. Probably needs a recommendation now to give it a try. Indeed. Paimon, Alice, surely the two of you must understand how I feel. Don't worry, madame. I feel your frustration. What's that book called? We'll borrow it and take a look ourselves. Paimon, are you trying to make her angry? It's called Reasoning Knows Not Time of Day, but suspense always follows a blizzard. What? You sure it's a detective novel? Sounds more like the title of a light novel. It really does. Tell me about it. Anyway, read it at your own risk. It truly is unbearably boring. Thanks for the warning. Ooh. Fire's on. Next time you borrow books, try to be a bit more careful. Hey, people are talking, but... Yeah, there we go.
Hopefully those earmarked funds were actually spent somewhere useful.
I don't know why she's not voiced. Maybe issues with the voice actress? Like, scheduling conflicts or something? Oh, wait, where are we going? Oh, into the house of Dana. Who do we got here? Is it just gonna be the book? There's so many books with long titles here. Let Paimon have a look. Working hard and vacationing harder. What the heck? An Atlas of Rare Rainforest Dwelling Species, Professional Edition. The Art of the Construction of Coffee Machines. Who exactly reads these? Yeah, no kidding. Well, I mean, this one actually sounds kind of interesting. Well, I do love coffee enough that Secrets of the Elemental Sciences. The book jacket even says, expert approved. The former sage Cyrus praises this as an excellent entry-level book. Former sage Cyrus. Is that one of the ones who got, took part in Azar's stupid plan? If so, I'm surprised they haven't scrubbed his name from that book jacket. And this one, a compilation and summary of common basic grammar rules for rare languages of ancient desert peoples. Ooh, nice. Ugh, now Paimon's dizzy. It's just so many words. Come on, Paimon, you can learn 20 different. Oh, hey, is that Layla? Huh? Is that Layla over there? She's another one we need to meet still, actually. Let's ask her. She may know something. Is she asleep?
Everyone hold hands.
But I was working so hard for so long. Why is hey, I was reading that.
I see everything.
Why is there still not so much left to be done? Oh no. Layla, are you okay? So she also has the elf ears. Then again, so does Nahida. Alice, Paimon, it's been so long. Oh, I'm still a bit tired. Didn't sleep well last night. I was reading a novel, so I stayed up late. It wasn't that detective novel that everyone's been talking about, was it? The one with the super long name? Huh? Oh, no. If you're talking about reasoning knows not time of day, but suspense always follows a blizzard. Oh, right. Yes, no, it wasn't that one. Madame Farazan said it was really dull, so I didn't borrow it. That's smart. Though actually, maybe you should. It might put you to sleep. Oh, so you're not interested in that book? So you're not that interested in the book's secrets? I mean, it might not even have secrets, Paimon. Farazan couldn't figure it out. I'd have a hard time imagining anyone else could. I mean, she's supposed to be a super genius, right? If I remember correctly. I haven't even been able to keep up with my own work, even though I'm up late all the time these days. Aw. But way more people have been interested in the book than I ever imagined. 7 or 8 in a single morning. I feel like a living signboard sitting here like this. I should look up what your character description again. Were you a librarian? Oh, hey, Kaveh. Kaveh asked me the same question, so he must be looking for it too. He was even hiding behind a ladder before, looking for something. He looked really embarrassed. Still locked out from Alhaitham? Searching for something, hiding behind a ladder. He must be after Mora. That's gotta be it, so he can hurry up and pay off his debt to... Wait, no. Let's just pretend Paimon didn't say anything. Layla, you're really sleepy, right? You must be dreaming this conversation. I mean... I didn't really get it anyway, but if you say so, it's a dream. Did she just fall asleep? Thank you. We'll keep on looking. Okay. See you the next time. Nighty-night, Layla. It's not often Layla falls asleep so quickly. Good for her. Let's not wake her. Paimon thinks we should go ask Kaveh now. If he's searching for the book, he must know something. He might have been searching for something else entirely, Paimon. But where is he now? Good question. but we can try hanging around here where he might show up. There's a good chance he'll be there. He's there right now, right? What were you thinking? You have somewhere in mind? Yeah, now she's asleep. Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely don't want to wake her. I mean, this has to tie back to the broader event somehow, right? I would think. That's supposed to be some kind of face Paimon. Do you ever think we seem like a pair of thieves hiding here to ambush Kave? It almost feels like we're here to extort him or something. No, we're just looking for him. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I was not sure why that is, though. We just want to ask him a couple of questions, that's all. Don't make it sound like we're the baddies. When have you ever been bothered by your conscience? That sounds like footsteps. Quick, let's take a look. Stop right there, Cut. Oh, hey, Alhaitham. Wait, is this your guys' apartment? Huh? Alhaitham? What are you doing here? They live together, remember? Good question. Surprising indeed. I was under the impression that you knew I lived here. Good morning. I mean, I actually didn't know where your apartment was, but, Good morning. What can I do for you? Nothing. Never mind. Yeah, him and Kave aren't... Well, they don't get along, so maybe we shouldn't mention. Oh? Goodbye, then. See you around. I'll hate them. He just left. Does he have work to do or something? Footsteps again. Headed towards the door. Stop right there, Kave. Whoa! What are you two doing here? Oh, looking for you. Good question. Surprising indeed. Paimon was under the impression that you'd know the only reason we'd be here was if we were looking for you. You know, with that reaction and the way we're talking about this Paimon, also what's with the angry face? Makes me think we have extorted him in the past somehow. Paimon, you don't sound like yourself. Looking for a certain book by any chance? Wait, what? Here's the deal. You get us that book. Damn it, that one was too quick. You get us that book, we don't extort you from Mora. How is it you guys know everything? Gah, there I was, thinking I had been super discreet the whole time. No one should even have noticed. Yeah, people who think they're being discreet really usually aren't. At least not nearly as discreet as they think they are. Come on, get real. You really think that no one knows you live here? Hey, that's not fair. Of course nobody knows. Except for Sino, Tainari, Kale, the two of you, right? What? And I'll hate them. Friends are friends, so if they know, well, they know. But what if a stranger overheard us? It'd be a disaster. Might even impact my career. Well, why would that impact your career? I mean, I think the rivalry between just you and Alhaitham is, well, I don't think most other people care. Anyway, about that book. You believe it contains intel about hidden treasures, don't you? Looking to get rich quick, are we? Paimon, are you just mad at him because he was gonna get more that you want for yourself? Yeah. Are you offering to help find it? That depends. What are you offering? Also, Kave, you're a scholar. You should be above get-rich-quick schemes, or at least, you know, realize that they never work. Shucks. Why didn't you say so earlier? So there really is treasure. How about this? we help you find it, then split the loot 50-50. It's a deal. We are extorting him. Poor Kaveh. Alice, after we've all... Oh, he's just going along with it. After all we've been through, it's finally our turn to get rich. No need to keep yapping. Hidden treasure. The Paimon probe's homing in on ya. Huh? Hey, Paimon. Poor Kaveh. Still not sure why this specific part of the quest hasn't been voiced, though, considering everything else was. Huh? Is that Dia? Yeah, good to see you again. Alice and Paimon? Apparently my name is Alicent. Alicent. Alicent Paimon? Oh, that's my full name. Alicent is my first name, Paimon's my last name. Must be my lucky day running into you like this. It's our lucky day, you mean? Hey, you mercenaries are pretty tuned into the grapevine. Have you ever heard of a book called Reasoning Knows Not Time of Day, but Suspense Always Follows a Blizzard? Wait, you guys are looking for it too? What is with everyone? By two, you don't mean you're looking for two? Darn it does. So does that mean we... Paimon, are you having a stroke? Darn, it does. So does that mean we're finally gonna have to square off against Dia? No, you're gonna have to square off against Dia. I will watch from the sidelines. Wait a minute. Would you mind telling me exactly what you're looking for, or why you're looking for it? Once more, you go over the rumors that Farazan told you. If it really does turn out to be something important, I'll be sure to let you know if I hear anything. Whoa, really? From your reaction before, I meant that you were after it too. Don't worry. A client had asked me to get her the book, but her attitude seemed off somehow. So I didn't take the commission. I see. She's a smart cookie though, and it was like she was hiding something, so I thought she must have had an ulterior motive. Besides, I have other things to look into right now. I see. Compared to some commission, it's no more important that you uncover the truth behind the book. Anyway, no time to lose. I've got to get going. Oh, well, say hi to Dunyarzad for us if you see her. All right then, good luck. And don't forget to tell us if you hear anything. I wonder who Dia's client could be. Good question. Maybe, Kaveh? No. He couldn't afford her. Oh, there he is. Hey, Kaveh. How are you so fast? Practice. Flying's faster than running? Sorry, it's a traveler thing. Having been through so much, I run fast. All right, listen to me. It's like this. Paimon, don't get your hopes up. That book, it isn't some kind of treasured map. It's just an unbelievably unremarkable, surpassingly ordinary detective novel. So why do you want it? Huh? But didn't you just say there was treasure? If most people backtrack like that, Paimon would just think they'd changed their mind and wanted to keep all the more for themselves. That's not something you do. No, I'm sorry. Just couldn't bring myself to tell you earlier, so I played along with what you were saying. Why does everyone want it so bad? Here's what's happened. I borrowed the book a month ago. When I opened it to the first page, I discovered one of the names was printed incorrectly. Oh. So you were basically marking corrections. Damn it. Do you realize what you've done? That night, I'd been drinking, just a little, and I was starting to feel drowsy, so I picked up a pen and circled the name. As I'm sure you know, the House of Dana allows borrowers to annotate the books they take out. I'm in the habit of doing that too, so at the time, I didn't give it a second thought. You know, I'm kind of surprised they would allow that. Is that a new policy? But after I was a dozen or so pages in, I realized that the names of all the characters in the book had intentionally been written slightly wrong. Intentionally? Maybe it would be more accurate to say that the novel itself was quite strange. All the characters' names were based on real historical figures, but rather than using their original names, they'd been tweaked ever so slightly. Huh. Most people would assume that the author had made a mistake, or that there had been a printing error that when they saw spelling mistakes like that, just like you did. But no, if it was that consistent and widespread, couldn't have been just a mistake or a printing error. I didn't find the content particularly appealing, so I returned it before I finished reading it. But later on, I heard that the book had suddenly become the talk of the town, and that there were rumors about mysterious treasure or something. Yep. And you thought it had something to do with you. It certainly does sound like it. Yeah. I also heard that now, all the names in the book have been circled, not just one. Oh. I just haven't been able to figure out what in Teyvat must have happened after I returned it. Did you tell anyone else that you borrowed it? Let me think. Tighnari? Last time we met, I also told him all about how poorly parts of the book were written. He said I'd made it sound pretty funny. So much so, in fact, that he suddenly wanted to take a look himself. Yeah, that reminds me of things like the appeal behind the room. So bad it loops back around to being good. You made it sound like it was so bad it's good. Yeah. In that case, let's go find Tighnari. Or maybe Colley's with him. That's fine with me, but I still have some work to finish up, and it's pretty urgent. How about I head back first, and we can meet up again later when I'm done? Sure, why not? No problem. Hope your work goes well. Me too, thanks. See you later, then. See ya, Kaveh. And he vanished into thin air. Hey, Tighnari. Is Colley around?
Hey!
I wanted to read some popular science books lately. So you picked up a detective novel? Over there! Hey, Tighnari! I heard you. I heard you. How's it going, Alice and Paimon? You guys sure look excited. Well, Paimon, I'm still just wondering how the hell this is going to tie back in. You tell Tighnari about how you're looking for the novel Reasoning Knows Not Time of Day. Suspense always follows a blizzard. As you do so, you reflect once more on how absurdly long the title is. How even just saying it out loud makes you feel tired. It really does. This is actually kind of an exhausting quest for some reason. My voice is tired. Ah, that one. Yes, I did go to the House of Dana to borrow it. Kaveh said it wasn't worth reading, but I was curious, so I went and read it anyway. The problem was, there were already 2 names circled in the book I borrowed, and the style of each circle was different. It was like some kind of game. Someone had drawn a red circle around the name of the first character that appeared, and someone else had drawn a green circle around another name. Did you draw a third around the third name? So, in the time between Kaveh returning the book and you taking it back out again, someone else had already annotated it? That's right. You know, these kinds of shenanigans are why I'm quite surprised that they actually allow people to do this. This is Paimon. Paimon's sure that the first circle was drawn by Kaveh. Some secret. Yes, no surprise there. Although she came in close like that. If you stop and think about it for but a second, guessing the identity of the second annotator should be trivial. Oh? Wait, you mean it was not Faruzan? Oh, I'll hate them. Yeah. If there are two people living in a house, and one of them drew the first circle, then it's highly likely that the other person left a mark too. Good point. Sometimes those two really are too much. In the end, it is as I suspected from the beginning. The first character whose name had been circled on the very first page turned out to be the murderer. Really? That's a fun coincidence. Surely that's just a blatant spoiler. Like that joke where someone opens a novel and bam, there's a note in the margin that spoils everything right from the start. What kind of joke would be so cruel? That one was one of Cyrus's. Oh, that's mean. And it wasn't just a joke. He said he actually pulled a stunt like that when he was younger. Damn. That should get him banned from a library or whatever. ... Who was unlucky enough to borrow the book after he'd scribbled all over it? I'll bet it was Tainari. Oh, no. My master, Nafis, and Professor Zaha Hadi, who had a seminar with him that very afternoon. Cyrus said the master once threatened to give him a good beating by the side entrance of the House of Dana. It was only thanks to my mother and Professor Zaha Hadi intervening that it didn't happen. Damn. I mean, I'd be upset too, but a beating is a bit much. Really? The only people in Sumeru who really deserve a beating are those four sages. Paimon doesn't sympathize with Cyrus at all. Not one bit. The House of Dana has never stopped people from annotating books, but this seemed like a special case. I didn't think the book could be allowed to keep circulating like that. So I circled several names myself, laying a false trail. Nice. Very smart. The best place to hide a leaf is in the forest. It's a simple principle. No, yeah. It makes sense. Well, when you put it like that, but still. How many names did you circle, Tainari? Let me think. Not too many. About 3 or 4. I chose them all randomly. Okay. It all comes together. You do realize you started a treasure hunt, though, right? For a non-existent treasure? And who circled the other names in the book? There must have been others who borrowed it and did something similar. I'm just not sure why. Who'd have thought borrowing books could be so complicated? You know, no one should tell Faruzan. I think she'd be super upset. We'll definitely be able to find out more by asking around.
I see everything.
Okay, but what about Kale? Where's Kale?
What's the color of the Sumeru rose again?
Purple.
The forest watcher told me once.
Oh yeah, he's blind. That's right.
As long as I get to eat meat every meal, I'm happy.
Hell yeah.
Was great. We definitely have enough.
I mean, I don't need it every meal, but... Are they in the cafe? Next clue. Oh, Dia again. Look, there's Dia. Let's tell her about what the real story is. Oh, hey, Candace. What are you doing here? Don't you have to protect Aru Village? Huh? Candace is there too. So, I need to reflect a little on what I did. What did you do? What happened? To meet you here today is surely due to the guidance of the gods. Well, I was using Nahida, so kinda. Greetings. Candace, is this a personal trip? Today's trip to the city is to buy provisions for the people of Aru Village. Ah, I see. as well as help Miss Sataria deliver a message to the sages of the Academia while I'm here. I do wonder who ended up being, filling all the empty spots. I wonder if we'll find out in one of the future quests that we do. On the way, I happened to see Dia sitting in the cafe looking down, so I came over to chat with her. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. It's just that I suddenly remembered a few details about the book after talking with you. Oh? Before that client had even contacted me, I'd heard rumors of an exciting novel full of undiscovered secrets. Out of curiosity, I asked Sino to take it out for me. Oh. I wonder if Sino left any marks. As a desert dweller and a mercenary to boot, the idea of solving a mysterious treasure map is pretty exciting. I do have to, spoil it for you that the book is in fact actually not very interesting. The opposite of an exciting novel full of undiscovered secrets. Though, it's funny, the Kaveh and Alhaitham and then Tainari have accidentally made an exciting book full of fake secrets. Paimon totally gets that. We inherited our custom of searching for the gold and wisdom in the sands from the gods themselves. But that book turned out to be dry as dust. Yeah, a bunch of names had been circled, but I still couldn't figure out what the puzzle was supposed to be despite reading the whole thing through carefully from start to finish. In the end, I started thinking it was some kind of ritual or game or something. So I picked up a pen and drew a circle of my own. Yeah, it's basically what it's turned into. But later on, Miss Dunyarzad asked her parents to find a way to borrow it for her. She said the mysterious markings fascinated her, even though she couldn't get into the book itself. I want to see Dunyarzad again. Damn it, we need more Dunyarzad. Just because she's not a, playable character doesn't mean she's any less valuable. If they were just regular annotations, it wouldn't be anything out of the ordinary. But these strange circles, you can't help but want to try to figure out what they might mean. Yeah. That's true. So, Dia, what you're reflecting on is having accidentally interfered with other people's reading experiences. Is that correct? I mean, you just made it more exciting. Because there is no secret. Wait, hold on a second. Why did you tell Candace? She's a warrior, you know. Sometimes she has to interrogate criminals and other things like that. Too. Everyone recognizes that her job is sacred, so when we need to think over what we've done wrong, we'll talk to her about it. Please, don't be too surprised, my dear Alice. To me, listening to other people's mistakes is just another way of protecting them. Aw. By speaking of your own mistakes and hearing sincere advice in return, improvement will come over time. That's the way we do things. I agree with that. But all she did was draw a circle. It's not like she was deliberately trying to mess with anyone. Besides, everyone agrees that the book itself is just bad. Don't worry about it, Dia. That's true. I was just telling Candace how bizarre it is. But be that as it may, it doesn't change the fact that it just ain't right to mess with someone else's enjoyment of a book. That's the bottom line. Anyway, Dia, please have faith that the gods will forgive your transgression. Besides, you told me about a part of the story where one of the suspects in the case ended up crawling out of the village on his hands and knees, and he was named Al-Akmal. That's right. The detective in the book argued that he must have leapt across the broken bridge like a frog. Of course, you find out later on his conjecture was totally off base. Why's that? Because it turned out that Al-Akmal was a superpower, or has a superpower. Oh, Farazan. so he could float right across the broken bridge. What the heck is this book even about? It sounds completely ludicrous. No kidding. Oh, Akmal. It's simply too reminiscent of the good name of King Deshret, don't you think? Though, is it? What was King Deshret's full name? Though, considering how transgressive this book sounds, I don't think it's worth overthinking it. You're right. You know, I can't help but wonder what our friends at the Temple of Silence would say if they somehow got their hands on this book. I'm sure those sages would be able to unpack... Wait. I don't think I found the Temple of Silence. At least not yet. I'm sure those sages would be able to unpack interesting ideas from the text we ordinary people could scarce dream of. No, there's no secrets. It's normal for there to be bridges outside blizzard-swept mountain. It's normal for there to be bridges outside blizzard-swept mountain villages, and normal for them to get broken. But for a person to cross one by floating through the air? Resort to such a lame plot device. Sounds really is it really a serious detective novel? Sounds like something more like something out of a comic strip. I'm starting to get where Farazan was coming from. If you'd gotten all excited about reading a detective novel, but ended up reading tripe like that instead, better not even think about it. So, do you know where the book is now? Not sure. I returned it after I was done reading it. Back then, there weren't as many markings inside the room as the rumors say there are. So a lot more people have gotten their hands on it. Alright, then Detective Paimon is still on the case. Maybe we should head back to the House of Dana. Okay, but why the hell is this a quest? Where is this leading to?
Everyone hold hands.
Sure didn't expect things to turn out like this. I'll have to be a bit more careful next time. Yeah. Well, you can blame Tainari and Alhaitham and Kaveh. Haven't been around here in a long time. Hasn't changed a bit. Who could have predicted this? It is precisely because it's unpredictable that you shouldn't blame yourself. Yeah, I would agree with that too. You give good counseling, Candace. Hello. Has reasoning knows not time of day, but suspense always follows a blizzard been returned yet? There are 2 copies of this book. One's been marked up, the other hasn't. I'm guessing you're looking for the one with the marks? Oh, you saw right through us. Many others have asked for it too. I apologize though. It seems it hasn't been returned yet. Please come back again later. How do you know without like a computer to track this? That's insane. I guess this one you know because it's super popular, but... Can't you at least tell us who borrowed it? Well, as long as it isn't overdue, we'll wait patiently for it to be returned. So that's a no. Disclosing borrower's identities without proper reason for doing so would be a violation of professional ethics. So you'll have to forgive me for keeping that information confidential. Ah, but what if I read your mind? You've got a point. It'd be terrible if someone looking to steal a book started harassing whoever had borrowed it. Oh. Hey, you two look as confused as a couple of Aranara who've just run into each other head first. Are you looking for something? I can help. That's... Oh, Nahida! That's Nahida's voice. Hi there. Damn it, why is this not voiced? I want to hear Nahida's voice, damn it. Their voice actors and actresses are half the fun. Hey, Nahida. Nahida! Have you heard of a book called Reasoning Knows Not Time of Day, but Suspense Always Follows a Blizzard? Such a long name. But yes, I know the one you mean. I heard that everyone was looking for it, and it sounded fascinating, so I found a brand new copy to read myself. Oh? Did you like it? By brand new, do you mean it wasn't the copy with all the markings on it? Yes, that's right. I was more interested in the content of the book itself than all those rumors about hidden treasure, so an unmarked copy was all I needed. Speaking of which, it's funny. There's more than one copy of this book, but everyone's looking for the one where all the names have been circled. Are they all afraid of spoilers? Or do they actually crave them? I mean, I think they just think there's more to it than there is. Oh, then do you know who has the copy with the markings right now? I just so happen to have seen it in the hands of one of your friends. If you're looking for the copy that sparked all the rumors, you should look around near the palace of Alcazarzare. Oh, I haven't unlocked that area. Or, well, I have not unlocked the teleport points around there. This is actually a good opportunity. Wait, is that where Sino is, maybe? Because I would love that. See, the best way to get there. Chotrakam Cave. Probably from here, actually. On the mushrooms. They're very pretty mushrooms at that. Oh, hey, Hillies. Why are you worshipping this thing? Sillies.
Fracture.
This isn't something I really have time to be doing, but sure, just the one. Why not? Wait, I need another one. Shoot. What in the hell? Forget it. Not worth it. We'll get this teleport point, though. Hey, Sealy. I'd be more willing to, help you out if I wasn't, didn't have literally less than, well, realistically, I have, like, maybe another hour before, we're done with all this. Technically a full day, but, or not even not a full day, actually, anymore. Palace of Alcazarzare. Beautiful. I wonder whose palace this is. Oh, Patisara's. Fake ones, but still. Yeah, they're good stuff. No.
What should I do? I feel like I've been tricked.
Tricked by who? Hello there, Esan. This is our first time here. Who is here? Is that Sino? And, I actually can't tell who the other one is. Oh, that's Dory's over there. Yeah, Dory, Sino, and one other person. Nothing from Sino either, huh?
Everyone hold hands.
Nope, and Sethos. Oh, right. I don't really know Sethos, but I know we will eventually meet him. Is that? Huh. Dory, Sino, and Sethos? Aw, darn you, General Mahamatra. Entrapment isn't gonna work. You can't do that. Hey, what do you mean by entrapment? She means basically tricking her into getting caught committing a crime, basically. By, stringing her along. Sethos, our first actual meeting of you. No scholar who studies King Deshret's civilization fails to understand the significance of the Temple of Silence. Sethos is none other than the heir to this ancient organization and its history of over 1,000 years. Okay, so the Temple of Silence specifically studies King Deshret's civilization. Cool. After arriving in Sumeru City, he did not wish to be too conspicuous, so chose to live in anonymity, crafting an ordinary identity. With his friendly smile and enthusiasm, this skilled conversationalist became part of the community almost as soon as he arrived. If you run into him on the street by chance, it wouldn't hurt to strike up a conversation. Perhaps he'll share a mysterious desert tale, long lost amidst the stands. You are the one who said you had the book. I said I wanted to read it. Then you agreed to meet me here. Sino showing up too was just a coincidence. Pure coincidence. You don't play games with me. I know who you are. You're that new kid, Sethos, right? I know you're a friend of Sino's. Yeah, but Sino's a good guy. Huh? So you do know who I am? Or, huh, so you do know who I am. I saw how Sino was chasing you around, trying to get you to play cards. And how you found an excuse to run off after a couple of rounds right after. That left quite an impression. You didn't have to mention that. No, I think Dory's right about that. You always look for a way out when it comes to playing Invocation. It's becoming quite a problem. Yeah, you gotta work on your cards with Sino. Alice and Paimon, you've been standing there for quite a while. Oh, if it isn't my dear Alice and Paimon, what brings the two of you to the palace of Alcazazare? Or is it more like Alcazarzare? I don't know. I'm sure I'll hear it said in game eventually. Might it be that you have come to do business with me, the Lord Sangamabe? Of course, of course. Please give me a moment to conclude our business here. Then I'll be with you straight away. Yeah. But no, we have not come to do business with you. Though actually, I guess we do want the book. Though I'm not quite sure why, since, Paimon already knows that there's no treasure. Anyway, General Mahamatra, as I am sure you are well aware, the means by which I had someone borrow this book from the House of Dana were both completely legal and perfectly reasonable. Seeing as it isn't yet time to return it, you have no right to forcibly seize a book I borrowed. Is that what he was trying to do? That would only be the case had you not engaged in any irregular activities. Yet just now, a buyer, Sethos, came to the palace of Alcazazare on the basis of a mysterious message to meet a seller, hoping in vain to purchase a detective novel. You really don't want to purchase this, Sethos. What do you mean, buyer? He's one of your people. You sent him here to deliberately try to buy it and entrap me. That is not something I can acknowledge. What I can tell you is that I've had my eyes on this book for some time. Remember, it is forbidden to transfer or sell books from the House of Dana without explicit approval from the relevant authorities. Right, makes sense. It is a library book after all. Humph, I'm not selling anything. Just to be clear, I'm just making the most of an opportunity. If someone pays me a little something on the side, I lend them this mysterious little novel to browse for a bit. If you don't believe me, just ask any of my curious readers. Yes, that's right. Your readers. Anyway, I was just showing him the book. Is that so? And here I was thinking you were really going to go through with an illegal transaction like this, Sethos. Huh? Wait, what? You two really aren't together? I was just really curious about this book. I finally managed to track it down, but Sino... It's true that Dory never actually said she wanted to sell the book. So she isn't the mastermind who started all this. Oh, no, that was Kaveh. Whoops, did I just rat him out? Sorry, Kaveh, I guess I'm a snitch. The mastermind? So by your own account, it looks like you might have jumped the gun a bit, General Mahamatra. I'm not handing the book over. Humph. You may think you've played an ace, Dory, but when you opened the book just now, I saw the truth revealed before me. The book's return date is today. Ooh. But, you know, she still has, like, probably 12 hours, though, Sino. Ugh. That Sino sure got sharp eyes. That he does. That's right, I do have good vision. You have less than half an hour before the book is overdue. Oh, jeez. Give it to me, and I will return it. Why do you want it, Sino? How could I just hand it over to you like that? This is a mysterious, super awesome, mega amazing paragon of illogical detective novels that is practically a treasure. I'm gonna make a fortune off of it. Did you just admit, Dory? Should you really be admitting that out loud? No, she should not be. I didn't say I was going to sell it. It's not like I was being serious. But how about this? Dory, Sino, why don't you two play a little game with the books as with the book as the stakes? What, of invocation? That's hardly a fair competition. Sino's a master. That's one way of solving it. How about it, Dory? Do you dare accept the challenge? If you win, I'll turn a blind eye to the book for the time being. And if you lose, you have to hand it over. Oh, sounds interesting. Very well, I'm in. What's the contest? Are the both of you confident in your powers of mental recall? I mean, I'm a little confident. Up to a point. My memory's not bad. Yes. And you've both read the contents of this book, correct? Sino hasn't. Has he? That's right. Oh. Huh? Sino, you actually read it? Oh ho. Well, needless to say, so have I. In that case, I'll just open up the book and flip through a few pages, and you tell me how many names have been circled. Best out of 3 wins. Sound good? I mean... Okay, that's a stupid level of mental recall. That's nuts! That is nuts. What? Chickening out? No, it's game on. Let's go. Good. In that case, the first page. 6. Both correct. Next, the second page. Shouldn't they have to write their answers down or something so they can't cheat off each other? Or copy each other's answers if they want? I think it was 4. I'd say 4. Oh, both of you are right again. 2 draws. So it all hangs on the next question. Listen up. Oh. Page 61. Oof. What? I don't quite remember. 7? I know. The answer is 5. Damn, Sino. Absolutely correct. The answer is 5. Sino, is your memory really that good? I'm not buying it. Yeah, that one seems fishy to me. It's gotta be like a magic trick. Some sleight of hand or illusion involved. How did you do that? It's not actually because I have a good memory, but because the circling of the names left a deep impression on me. Wait, when you were circling the names, or the way the names were circled? After I borrowed it, I noticed the names on the first few pages had been selectively circled by different people. Each person's penmanship was different. And moreover, I recognized 3 of the circles as having been drawn by Tainari. Damn, you're good, Sino. Few others use the same color of ink as he does, so it was instantly recognizable. Ah. You even know that? Yes, I learned of that habit of his long ago. At that time, I'd just been promoted General Mahamatra, and would go to a secret base when I wanted to get through all the trivial tasks in my in-tray at once with minimal disturbances. Was that in Gandharvaville? I would often find Tainari hidden away on a tree there, doing his homework. But this was when he was still in the academia. Or, well, I guess he technically still is in the academia. But, well, when he was a student. Noticing the writing implements he favored wasn't exactly detective work. In all these years, he's never once changed the ink he uses. Hey, if it isn't, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Back to the book. Anyone who's read it knows that the first name circled is the real murderer. Perhaps Tainari did not want the plot to be spoiled for anyone else, so he circled other names. Once again, Sino. Excellent. Absolutely right. Wonderful inference there. Annotating or marking a book is not in itself a violation of book borrowing regulations. But why are all the other marks there? Is there some conspiracy behind them? What do they have to do with Tainari? No. It's just, everyone who's got their hands on it has been adding circles for some unknown reason. Like, just on a whim. I want to get to the bottom of this, even if it's just for the sake of my friend. And to uncover the secret, you must become a part of the conspiracy. So I circled all the other names that were left in the book. There's the Sino I know and love. What? To think you'd do such a thing. So there's no treasure at all. It was just you guys all along. Dory fell hook, line, and sinker for the treasure conspiracy myth. That's right. Should you wish to hide a grain of sand, bury it in the desert. And in that grain of sand, I can catch a glimpse of the truth. And so you were drawn to it, making your plans, yet in a twist of fate, were discovered by me. No matter how vast this world is, you cannot run from the long arm of the law. But she had nothing to do with it. Wow, you're making a meal out of this, aren't you? You really, really have way too much time on your hands. Okay, I give up. You win. Ahem. That's enough for today. It is time for Lord Sangamabe to return to her room for some repose. Farewell, all. But you didn't give the book to Sino. Oh, maybe she did give it to you. So, do you intend to take this book back to the Temple of Silence? I'd heard there was treasure hidden inside. I thought it might have something to do with the temple. I never thought that was the real story behind it. But when you agreed to compete, I had already surmised that you were familiar with this book. That's why I chose that particular format. Brilliant move, bro. Wait, are you guys brothers? What's with that look? You're just thinking, have there been more twists and turns in the story behind the book than in the actual story itself? Oh, we're just thinking. Yeah, there kind of have. That was Sino who said, what's with that look? Well, as long as you've got it back, I'll leave uncovering the rest of the secrets to you, and take my leave for now. See you later, everyone. I mean, there are... What secrets? Can I borrow the book? It's just a shitty detective novel, if even that. Who a bunch of people have circled every name for no good reason. Well, okay. Kave actually had a decent reason. But, everyone else's has been pretty bad. Of course. Thank you, Sino. After Sino hands you the book, you and Paimon quickly thumb through it. Though you weren't reading very carefully, you can tell something's not quite right. It's back to the whole names issue. The plot is wildly imaginative, just as everyone says, though most of the names in the book seem familiar. On closer inspection, you realize they aren't actually the names of the historical figures you thought they were at first. Not only that, but every name has been circled. Thinking back on the course of events, you fall silent, and then you explain the full story. How unexpected. But still, it does make sense, and it is far better than the existence of an actual conspiracy. In that case, I still have other plans. Last time I was at Caravan Reba, I promised I'd meet Dia and Candace for drinks. Alice, could I trouble you to return the book for me? Yeah, sure. Leave it to me. I kind of would love to join you for drinks, but I guess I'm not invited. Thanks, friend. Aw. And he's gone. Sani?
So that's how the view here was made. Kaveh never fails to impress.
So you know Kaveh. You from the same school? All right. Well, we're finally back. Now let's return this book. Oh, hey, Kaveh. You really found the book? Amazing. I've been waiting here for it to be returned, so I could see it as soon as possible. You recount the entire table to Kaveh's eager ears. Aw, seriously? How's that even possible? I circled the actual murderer? Yeah. Paimon's pretty surprised by the whole thing, too. Let's just take care of the book problem first. I also met a student who was very impressed by you. Hello, this book, it's probably all my fault for using permanent ink to mark a page, since that caused a whole mess of other things to happen. Now it's all marked up like this. There's even a risk of those marks spoiling the story, so I'd like to buy it. The whole issue should be avoidable if the Academia uses the money to buy a new copy. Would you please consider my proposal? Mr. Kaveh, your idea has merit, and it is indeed a good way to resolve the situation. I'll confirm the book's price now, and then you can pay over there. You know, I was going to say that might be prohibitively expensive, but they did mention a printing error, which, implies that the printing press has been invented in Teyvat, so maybe not. That's great. Thank you so much. Shortly afterwards, Kaveh accompanies the Academia staff to register the purchase of the book and pays the full amount. Wasn't he in massive debt, though? The staff member carefully wraps up the thoroughly marked up old book and gives it to him. What a blunder. Regardless, thank you so much for all your help. It was nothing. We were just kind of along for the ride. Still, Kaveh, it'd be better if you used something more erasable to make notes in the future. I understand. I'll never let myself subconsciously correct typesetting errors ever again. Yeah. No, I mean, I'll never again borrow a book with such a long name. At least for a while. Is that the end? How does this tie back? Just because it's a book? Oh, hey, Hatham. Oh, Hatham, you're here. I was looking everywhere for you. What is it? Guess what I've got in this little bag here? If I had to guess, a young man's tears of regret? Jeez. And what would you know? It's reasoning knows not time of day, but suspense always follows a blizzard. You actually bothered to memorize a ridiculous and boring name like that? Fascinating. That's just because when I was filling out the paperwork to buy it back at the Academia's office, I had to write it out over and over. Oof. Then it looks like this book has a new owner. Only because I subconsciously marked up the book with ink. Did you know that Tainari, Dia, and Sino all circled names in the book? And it all started because of the name I circled was the real killer. Ah, To be perfectly honest, the moment I first saw the murderer's name circled, I knew this would happen. Wait a second. How come you've read the book too? Well, he circled one as well. I had the pleasure of reading it in the House of Dana. The logic is a mess. It's just poorly written. And you left the book out in the study. So you knew I circled the killer? Then did you circle any names in the book? He did. What do you think? So you did? The second one is mine. Why? The best way to avoid spoilers is to add a red herring. Then why just one? Tainari circled 3. I already significantly reduced the probability of the murderer's identity being spoiled for the next reader. That's more than enough. No need to worry about things that are beyond saving. Not to mention, who cares? The book is shitty anyways. Isn't it? And just why isn't it necessary? Using permanent ink to circle a name on the first page, that's obviously beyond saving. What kind of logic is that? I bet you just drew your circle for fun. If I must say so, then it's because the circling of the names is far more interesting than the book itself. Actually, kind of is. Fair point. In the end, I only have myself to blame for using up all my pencils. I need to go buy some more. Congratulations. This one-of-a-kind, out-of-print book, personally penned by the hands of so many, is now yours. You think I look happy about it? I don't even want it. If it was Paimon, she wouldn't want it either. I mean, he's gonna give it to you, Paimon, now. That's a no from me, too. Oh, maybe not. What the hell was this quest? Why? What possible reason? I'm trying to... This quest is just as confusing as the book it's about. But, I guess that's that. I'm gonna double check to make sure Kale's not in Gandharvaville. But beyond that, I guess we're done. Yeah, it looks like everyone's gone now. Well, that means we actually managed 100. I think we managed 100% this event. I am shocked. I think the other events were far more hard to complete everything that was within them. Certainly the bottle world was really, really involved. Oh, and the nothing compared to the Golden Apple or the Golden Archipelago. That one was massive. But that was fun though. A nice little fairy tale adventure. I guess now, let's see, what am I gonna do next though? Ooh, I guess the Sumeria World quests. Or maybe I'll go back and finish some of the Inazuma ones first. I have some time to figure it out.